Hello, everybody. This is Armastis, and you're watching Armastis live. And I cannot believe it. We're finally at 100 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. And I was out today taking, doing my run. Trying to stay healthy. Although I've gained some of the pandemic weight, as many of you have, but I'm still trying to lose some weight. Anyway, I was out running, and then I stop at a cafe, and there's a nice little fireplace out there, and I'll just sip on like a latte and just kind of chill and reflect. Usually what I end up doing, pretty on average, like every other day. And so I was like, I wonder what my subs are at. And I saw, and we technically broke 100. We're at 101, and I'm really thankful. This is I didn't think I was gonna like get a little watery-eyed. I actually am kind of a little watery-eyed. I put a lot of heart and soul into this, and I know it's not like, I'm not like 1 million subscribers or anything like that, but doing this when it first started is really rough, and I had a lot of doubts in my mind, and a lot of people, I think, I had the kind of same mindset a lot of people did, which is like, oh, I need a better camera, I need a better mic, I should have like all this Photoshop, Adobe knowledge, blah, 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 blah. And but then like the other part of me was like, no, I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm going to record it. I don't care if it looks terrible, if it sounds terrible, if there's nothing special. I just want to do it just to get used to it and slowly improve. And I myself am really proud of how far it's coming along, and I know it's going to continue to improve. And doing this, I come to appreciate those YouTubers and the people that do Twitch, the people that do this full time. It takes a lot of work. It does. I have been, and I'm not complaining. Please understand, this is not a complaint, but I have been really tired, like a lot. But it's good because I'm doing a thing that I really like. I spend 4 to 6 hours, for example, on Sunday when I do the news, I spend about 4 to 6 hours just preparing for that. And it comes up to like 3 or 4 minutes of actual, like if you're just play it straight through, obviously I there's like animations and like there's pauses and stuff like that. But if you're just to play the animation straight through, it's like 3 to 4 minutes. And you're like, oh my gosh, that took like 4 to 6 hours. And so, you end up spending like 15 or 20 hours a week, on just making the stuff to be able to talk about what you want to talk about. And I really admire those people that do it full time. And it's hard. It's hard doing it full time, and I have a full-time job as well. But I kept doing it because yes, I'm a gamer. I'm super passionate about trading card games. I started with Yu-Gi-Oh! Obviously a long time ago, and when I started this, I wanted to really focus on Yu-Gi-Oh! But I wanted to do something different, and I didn't want to make it so much about Yu-Gi-Oh! And so much about the Final Fantasy TCG, or really any TCG. I needed heart behind what I was doing. Sorry, try not to get emotional here again. I wanted to create a space where there's a little more positivity, some honesty, where there's a healthy group. And I did a lot of research. I did do a lot of research before I started this channel, and I was, when I was a kid, I was a big fan. I'm sorry if I'm kind of all over the place, because I didn't really this is kind of last minute put together, but I guess a little bit of backstory. I saw the somewhat recent Mr. Rogers movie that came out with Tom Hanks, and when I was a kid, I used to watch Mr. Rogers, and I always loved how like he was just so gentle and kind, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but I've talked a little bit on my channel. I grew up in a very abusive home, and so like these avenues of like media, like Mr. Rogers, like these positive things. I was like a big Care Bears fan when I was a kid, and I still am a Care Bears fan, honestly. But they were like my healthy form of escapism. You know, it was like it was a way to get away, and I dove into gaming as well. And I think, you know, gaming played a really big part in a really healthy thing for me to kind of escape, you know, the roughness of day to day as a child, and really delve myself into just amazing adventures and worlds, you know, through the things I watched, through the games I played. Final Fantasy being one of those big things. You know, Final Fantasy was a really huge for me as a kid. Starting, yes, with the very first Final Fantasy on Nintendo, you know. Anyway, I was really inspired by that. And as I was doing research to kind of get this channel going, you know, there's a lot of great, I want to give a shout out. There's a lot of awesome TCG YouTubers. I'm sure you all are familiar with like Lionheart, right? He's really cool. He's really, I love his positive kindness. He's probably the biggest name when it comes to Pokemon. There's forgive me, you'll have to forget, I forget his name. His name's Sam, but he's like Samurai XT, I think, or something like that. He does Yu-Gi-Oh, and you know, he's a nice young man. I like his videos very much. But I also saw a lot of, and I'm not going to name names, obviously, because that's not fair. And I understand that for some people it is entertaining, and that's fine. That's if that's what your thing is. But I saw a lot of negative, very rough, very crude kind of also videos that also had to do with TCGs and games, you know. And I'm not a fan of like the cursing. As I'm sure you all realize, like on this channel, I don't curse, right? I think the worst thing I'll say is like crap. But I don't curse on this. I wanted it to be a safe space for everybody. And I don't judge people that do curse. I personally just don't like to do it. And I didn't want this channel to be like that, but I also don't like, you know, I don't really like portraying myself as an aggressive, a violent person or anything like that. And you know, there are stuff, you all know who I'm talking about, right? The videos that are out there, the YouTubers that do this kind of thing. And I know it's entertaining for some folks, and that's cool if that's your thing. But I kind of also feel like it's really easy to get attention like that, you know, by being very vulgar and very aggressive and super loud and kind of a little obnoxious. And then you integrate games into it. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something different. I loved TCG games. I like video games. And you know, obviously I've switched from Yu-Gi-Oh to now Final Fantasy because I really do love the game. I think Square Enix has done a great job with it. But more so than anything, again, I wanted to be another YouTuber, Twitcher, or whatever you may be, that is safe. I hope positive. I hope I'm doing something like that. But I also want to talk about like important things like mental health. You know, I've been very honest that I've struggled my entire life with depression, and I've had tools, I've had mentors, I've had accountability partners, I've had still my sorry. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, my amazing siblings. My sweetheart Tart, who I mentioned a few times. I love her very much. My Jeez. My dear friend Ari, you know, I had also a really wonderful friend who passed away a few years ago, who was my accountability partner for years, and his name was John. Uh, but you know, all these people have played a huge role in inspiring me and helping me, you know, deal with depression and all these things. And so uh, I guess, sorry if I've trailed off a little bit. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, the reason why I wanted to do this was, yes, for the TCG stuff and Final Fantasy TCG, but I wanted, again, I know I've said it a million times, but I want a safe place for everybody. I want this to be a healthy place, and I want to make an impact to you all. And I wanted to have a way to grab people's attention as well, to address things like mental health, people who struggle with depression, who have a hard time in life, and show that you can come out the other side successful and a joyful person and a person at peace. And I'd like to think I am those things. I'm definitely not perfect, but you know, I wanted to provide a way to share that with you all. So, you know, this is a big deal, at least to me, to be able to reach 100. I kept the faith that I could do it. I honestly didn't know how long it was going to take. And it took, you know, a lot of work, a lot of hours, but we did it, and I'm super thankful for every single one of you. Along this way, I have met some amazing people in the community. Of course, Joel Hancock, you know, a few folks out in the UK. There's a few people on Instagram that I've met recently. Gregory Cole, I believe, from the Light Games. Actually, I have links still in the video description of his place. Also, folks who've reached out to me at Zulu here in Bothell, and just other people here and there. It's nice, you know. Although the relationships have been obviously communication through social media and whatnot. These have been wonderful, lovely people that I am thankful to have meet, and the people I've engaged with through Reddit and through the Facebook community for Final Fantasy TCG and Twitter. Like, that's, if anything, if I was to stop today, which I don't intend to, because I still have a lot of ideas. I'm still super passionate, and I still want to keep doing this, obviously. But if I was to stop today, just those people that I've met and the things I've gotten to do, like, I would be a happy person for the rest of my life. I think, you know, I would be satisfied in my last days, if you will, you know, to be super dramatic in that sense. But anyway, you know, I just want to again say thank you to everybody. And so as I had said, to give my word, when we reach 100, and I know who your first 100 are. In fact, I do see that we're at 101, so I'm going to include the 1 as well. So the first 101, I am going to be doing a giveaway, and as I said, it would be worth your while. I was going to obviously give whatever was the latest thing out. I was hoping we'd have Opus 13 out, so there will be a little bit of delay, but I want you first 101 to know that what's going to end up happening is I am going to be sending one of you, it will be random, and I do ask this, if you are one of those individuals who are blessed and fortunate enough to get your hands on Opus 13, when I reach out to you, if you can respond to me and say, hey, Armastis, like, I'm good, I've got plenty of product, give it to somebody else who might be in need, that would be super awesome. And I can give it to somebody else, but I'm going to give somebody a Opus 13 pre-release kit. And I'm doing specifically a pre-release kit because those are going to be in limited supply, from what I've heard, more so than on the booster boxes. And I wanted somebody to have the chance to get that. I was able to pre-order a few, and so I have one when it does come here into North America, which, as you all see, was going to be in April. So a little bit of a wait, but know that you are going to get one, for sure. On top of that, you're also going to get one of these that's sold out everywhere. Oh, get this in the camera view here. Shadowbringers, a starter set here, which is a highly demanded starter set. It's sold out so fast, and I went to that amazing Asian store here in Seattle area where I manage sometimes to find Opus 1 booster packs. They had 2 of these left, and they had like a whole case out, but like there were just 2 left. and I was like, I gotta get one. I gotta get one as a giveaway. So you're gonna get one of these and an Opus 13 pre-release kit. Of course, also Lighthouse is sending me some other product to give away outside of this, just to you all. So I will be doing that as well. And so yeah, I just wanted to really quickly make this video, say thank you again to everybody. Try not to cry anymore. So again, thank you. Every time I get a new subscriber, you all mean the world to me, because it validates the amount of time and effort I put into this. And I'm like, I still have so long ways to go. And the thing is like, I have faith that I'll get there. And the quality and everything will continue to improve more and more and more. We'll be able to do more things when the zombie apocalypse ends. There's a bunch of things that I have plans to do and want to do, obviously outside, interact with other people. And hopefully have more time then. Especially, right now it's a very crazy season for work. Just a lot of stuff coming down. I have a lot of responsibilities at work too. So I think when that does calm down some and we get more into a routine, I'll be able to do more. And so, it's going to keep getting better. And I hope, if you do watch, that you please subscribe and like. A part of me always dreads saying that, but I know it is a good thing to say, because I do want, I do hope you subscribe and you do like. I want to get more people in here and more attention in on this. Of course, down in the video link description, I have my email, armasislife@gmail.com. If you ever just want to send me an email, it could be about whatever, anything. If you even want to vent to someone, right? Like, you can vent to me. I will keep everything confidential unless otherwise stated. I also have links to betterhelp.com. I'm not a sponsor. I'm not sponsored by anybody right now, obviously. But I'm going to keep mentioning them because, again, as I've said, mental health is super important, and I will always mention betterhelp.com. So go check them out. And maybe one day I will get to have the honor of being sponsored by them. So yeah, I guess that's really it. So thanks again. Apologies yesterday, I didn't stream. I was working on stuff for tomorrow's video, and the time just passed by me, and it was already like 1 a.m. and I was like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to play Final Fantasy 14, and I just kind of forgot. But we're gonna play Final Fantasy 14 today, March 9th. That's right after this. And so yeah, I guess that's it. Again, thank you, every single one of you. Remember, you're all wonderful. You're all beautiful. You're all loved. Until next time, bye-bye.